Hello and welcome to my shed, my authentic Jazz Age 1920s unbound shed, from where I'll be doing occasional updates about the progress of my novel, Quays, where we're at with the crowdfunding, and the 1920s and Manhattan and anything else that occurs to me that I think might be fun to talk about. Today it's just a quick video because I want to do two things, and the first and most important is say thank you to everybody who backed the book so far. We're at 10% today, which is absolutely fantastic in less than a week. So yeah, thank you if you've backed the book. It means a lot, and I just hope we can keep going and bring this novel to the printed page. The second thing I want to do is introduce you to a book that was my introduction to the Jazz Age, to Manhattan in the 1920s, and was a big influence on me writing Quays. It's a book called Terrible Honesty by Anne Douglas. I'm not sure it's in print in the UK at the moment, which is a shame, but you can get hold of a copy. Terrible Honesty, Mongol Manhattan in the 1920s. And I'm going to read you two lists from this book, and they relate to one of the key elements of Quays, as is described in my mini synopsis on the website, and that is booze, which is, a lot of the book is set in Prohibition era, some of it is set before that, some afterwards, but booze is an enduring theme. And the first list I'm going to read to you is from a book by Edmund Wilson, who was a diarist and journalist in the 20s. It was his Lexicon of Prohibition from 1927. Now, in the lexicon he lists more than 100 terms for drunk, which I'm not going to read the whole list, but Anne Douglas provides a taster. She writes, they include squiffy, owled, scrooched, zozzled, stricken, spifflicated, featured, I like featured, I think that's good, leaping and wopsed down, as well as the more obvious stinker, loaded, stewed and fried. It gives you an insight not just into the how thoroughgoing the booze culture was in Prohibition America, but also how inventive the language could be. And those are both things I've tried to incorporate into Quays. And this is a slightly darker list on a similar theme. I'll just give you the list of names. F. Scott Fitzgerald, James Thurber, Eugene O'Neill, Dorothy Parker, Hart Crane, Sinclair Lewis, Ernest Hemingway, Louise Brooks, Wallace Thurman, Fats Waller, Bessie Smith, Charles Gilpin, Bert Williams, John Toomer, Haywood Brown, Damon Runyon, Ring Lardner, Eleanor Wiley, Louise Bergen, Edna St Vincent Millay, Edmund Wilson, aforementioned, Thomas Wolfe, Harold Stearns, Robert Ripley, William Faulkner, Horace Liverite, Charlie MacArthur, John Barrymore, Laurette Taylor, Lorenz Hart, Robert Benchley and William Seabrook. They were all key figures in the Jazz Age, and they were all alcoholics. So that kind of gives you a three-dimensional take on booze in the 20s, and there's a lot more about that and a lot more about everything else in Quays, which hopefully before too long you'll be able to find out. Cheers.